Hello, this is Niels, head researcher at hypergrowthstock.com, and I'm bringing you the daily market report for Thursday, February 11th. So, sovereign debt continues to be the main focus for investors, and in particular, Greece continues to make the headlines. This morning, the European Commission and the European Central Bank made an announcement about Greece's debt problems. They actually, in a release this morning, they said that they will not be providing the country with any aid, but they will be monitoring them and seeing how effective their budget cutbacks are. They've also said that with their help and the International Monetary Fund, they can provide Greece with technical support. According to some of the commentary that I've been hearing this morning from analysts, this wait and see approach is probably going to cause the Dow to trade sideways for now. Investors will be a little bit hesitant to make any big moves, just sort of waiting for further guidance. And as we can see, the Dow, and we can see that impact on the Dow. Right now, it's just modestly in positive territory. Today, it hit a low of 9,976, and we hit so far a high of 10,058. So we're just hovering around this 10,000 mark, continuing, and this is where investors expect us to trade around. If we go to a daily chart here, we can see I'm looking at support at the low of around 9,900, and I'm looking for resistance around 10,250. So that's sort of where I see this market trading at. Also in headlines are the 2010 Winter Olympics hosted by Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Friday, February 12th will be the opening ceremonies. And I thought it'd be interesting to look at some of the stocks of some of the major sponsors and see what's happening. What's really interesting, as we'll see when we go to the charts, is that some of the major companies are actually struggling. The concerns over the sovereign debt and general market concerns are actually having a big impact on some of these major companies. Let's just take a look at Coke. And as we can see, the stock has been on a downtrend since December 16th here. And as we can see, the 21st, January 21st was the first major sell-off, and then February 4th was the second major sell-off. The stock did hit some resistance. It looks like, the stock did hit some support at 52.57, and right now the stock is trading just modestly higher at this morning around 53.94. So. One of the major Olympic sponsors, not really seeing a lot of enthusiasm right now ahead of the Olympics. Next one is General Electric. They had positive fourth quarter earnings in January, which probably helped them survive some of the downturn. Unfortunately, they weren't able to escape the February 4th sell-off. They ended up hitting a low of 15.25 on February 5th. And they're not really able to hold much gains. They're only slightly above that area. They're trading at 15.59 this morning. Next one is McDonald's. Again, they had positive fourth quarter earnings. They released that on January 22nd, so that probably helped them. But we see that February 4th, again, just a sell-off. On February 3rd, they managed to hit a high of 65.75. And 2 days later, they were down to the low of 62.92. And right now, they're not making much gains after that. They're trading this morning at 63.06. So moving on. PC, Panasonic Corporation. They've probably been the worst performers among the Olympic sponsors. As we can see, they hit a high on January 25th of 17.19 and have just been unable to reach that area again. They continue to gap lower. On February 10th, they hit a low of 14.45, and they're really not doing much better than that. They're trading at 14.58. I do my support line here is at the January lows, so that I'm watching that to see if that holds. Uh, the last company I wanted to show is Visa. We've seen that again, major sell-off starting on the 20 on January 21st, sort of when all of this started to really happen. And we can see, actually, I've drawn two trend lines. We can see it's consolidating in a triangle formation. So we could we could see some gains when it breaks out of this apex here. On January 27th, it hit a low of 80.61, and on February 5th, actually, after all the major softs, it hit another low of 80.54. And right now we're trading couple dollars higher. We're trading at 83.96. It will be interesting to see if Visa will break through resistance at its apex, or if it'll just continue to consolidate here. That's all the headlines for today. Thank you very much for listening, and tune in tomorrow for another daily market report.